Here we're going to share the Zoom meeting. All right. Something. There you go. Hello, everyone. Good morning. How is everyone doing? We are, and thank you everyone for, change your schedule this week. So how are you doing? And so today I want to support you if you're going through week 2 and before, of course, but so that, we don't have a break this week. But let me know how you're doing, if you've already been to week 2 or if you're week 1. I'm here to support you. If you've done week 2 and you want to do at the end of our session today, a journey to the records like we did it with Martha last week, we can do that if a single person needs help, or we can also close with a group journey to the records. So, but first I wanted to check in with you, see if there's questions and where you need support. Don't be shy. So I'm gonna mute. You can unmute yourself and speak, or you can type. I'm gonna open the chat. Nicholas said a lot of shifts this week. Beautiful. You want to tell me more about it? What did you notice? Was that more like what area? I would love to hear that. Caroline said, I have started week 2 and did the journey of the records yesterday. Wonderful. How was your journey? Nicholas said, some alignments in my root chakra. Awesome. And the journey into the records was very vivid for me. Excellent. Very, very good. Very happy to hear.
Patricia, hi, it's Caroline.
Yes, hi.
Can I start? Mm-hmm. So, as I said, I did the journey to the records yesterday, and you asked the question that we should ask, which clair we should be using. So now I'd already decided to focus on the clairsentience, and then because my chimes were ringing in the garden when that question was asked, I got it to focus on hearing. And then maybe it wasn't even an hour later, I had some fluttering in one of my ears, which was only like a couple of seconds or a minute.
When you mean like when your ear go flat, like it's almost like this pressure change?
You know, like a butterfly flutters or flitters its wings. It was like that.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't a feeling, you actually saw wings in your ears? Sorry, it's a little hard to
No, I felt it.
Huh?
I felt it in my ear.
Oh, you felt it in your ear. Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Very cool. So you felt like a transition in the ear? Like what exactly did you felt?
It was in the left ear, and I can only describe it as fluttering. I've had it before over the years, and my neurologist told me it was, he thought it was a nerve, but now I'm open to another interpretation.
Yeah. I have this, I always that there is something, I feel like I maybe it's what you are talking about, like before something happened, I feel like the way that I receive some sort of premonition, it's like my ears is almost like the pressure change, and it creates this like open awareness behind, is that what you mean? Like almost like this opening, like more space in the ears? Is that what you mean?
So I've had that before too in the past. And no one could ever diagnose that. And then neurologist told me it was the start of a migraine, even though I didn't have a headache. That they describe as fullness in the ears, and that would happen in both ears. and then I understood it, I think, from Infinite Receiving in Maru, that I didn't feel as though I was being heard, which was true as to what was going on at the time. But this little fluttering yesterday, it was significantly different. It was an actual movement in the air.
Interesting. I read it as creating the space. Creating the space to hear, like aligning inside the ear. That's what I feel about it.
All right. So now, how does this change my focus if we only mean to focus on one clear at a time?
It doesn't matter. Like, hearing is not my focus, but I know it's always evolving. It's always developing. It's about not overwhelming yourself with now going on and trying to exercise the ear. You continue focusing on the feeling, and know that the ear is also working, the vision is also working. Everything it's being upgraded, but you just focus. You're exercising one thing.
All right, okay. And then last, from my talking about my journey, and then I felt this ache mid-back, which I've been working so hard to clear that, and that's been so good. Yet when I went in with that, I had that ache, and I came out and I still had that ache. I feel like I was literally stabbed in the back in a past life. That's just my...
Did you have that before you got in the records, or just as soon as you start going the records?
No, I didn't have an ache before I went into the records.
Okay, so you went to the records and you saw and you felt an ache in your back, and you instinctively felt that was connected to a memory where you were stabbed in your back, right?
I've had this memory or feeling that this has happened, and that's the past couple of months. I've just had that switch. So I can't say it was the first time I got the thought. It was yesterday.
And so what else? So what happened in the journey? Like, what did you notice? And so you had the pain, you noticed the pain, but what else did you notice in the journey?
So I went into a library that was a very plush, beautiful library. That was lots of wealth. That's what I felt. And my guides were there, and they greeted me and they smiled. So that all felt friendly. And then the gift that I got was a big gold coin. And then I took it that should be spun around my back area.
And you still feeling the pain now?
No, now I'm clear.
Okay, well, it's what I notice is that sometimes even in records or in healing, if you get a awareness, a shift, and you it may continue processing the information the next 24 hours, the next day or so, and then shifts back.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sarah said, oh, that's a great question, Sarah. Sarah said, I'm unable to get out of my body during the journey or visualizations, and as in no, I cannot hear you, Marcia. Let me just, I think you need to, I cannot unmute you either. Maybe, what you need to do when you get on Zoom, it should ask you that if you want to use the sound and the camera you have, the sound and the camera. So maybe go out and come back in, and then press see if it asks you a question. I see you, but I cannot hear you. So let me just cover this answer from Sarah. Unable to get out of my body during the journey or visualization, as in I'm very much aware of my 3D presence. So that's a great question. And does it affect my journey in the records? No, because it's not like you completely leave your body as you are doing the journey. You're here, you still feel the feelings in your body. It's almost like part of your awareness is there and here at the same time. So it's totally normal that you feel your body. But it's almost like the more that you do, the less that you notice, because your attention, it's what is coming through. But to answer your question, does not affect the journey. When I'm giving sessions to clients, I'm here, I'm talking to them, and then I want to ask a question. For me, I feel like I need to close my eyes and tune back in. So it's like you're here, but you're there, but you're connected at the same time. Let's see, Marcia, now I can unmute you. Hello, Marcia. How are you? I can hear you now. You can talk.
Hi.
Hi.
It's me.
How are you?
I couldn't hear you before. I don't know.
But yeah.
I'm talking.
That's okay.
Somehow.
I can hear you now.
Okay. No, I couldn't hear you. I have something on the, yeah. What did you ask? Sorry.
Oh, I just, because you said cannot hear you, so I'm just asking, I thought you wanted to say something.
No, I just came in.
Oh, good, welcome.
I just came in and somehow when you open the Zoom, they ask you, should you join in audio? I didn't press that.
Yes.
And I needed to went out again and, open again.
That's what I said. When that happens, you have to get out and come back in.
Okay. It's what I did. Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So now, but what we are doing now, we are basically checking in, where you are in the program, how you're doing. And so we're just checking in. So how are you doing since you're here?
What?
How are you doing?
This week I had a very, let's say, stressful week. Many things happening, and also I was out. I went for a wedding upstate New York. I just come back. I feel that I'm a little bit late in the program.
Oh, no, never late. We're just in week 2. So did you do it
every day the energy, the energy running.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't have much time to do the other meditations in the program. I just was all day like
no problem
out.
I find that, and this is for everyone, I find that sometimes, if you look at it, time is not linear anyways, right? Everything happens at the same time. So I find that there are times like, whatever I'm doing, there are times that I'm very focused, I'm very into it, right? And then there are times that I need a break. So I just give myself permission, but, still staying in the room, right? So sometimes, I will, take like some break, and then I'll get like onto it. And so, and it depends on the person's rhythm too. So you can always go back. Right. And again, this course it's not linear, right? So one thing that you guys are going to notice is that as you start noticing, the weeks may relate to what is happening in your life at that moment. So for example, when you get to Inner Child Week, you may notice, people from childhood showing up, or situations from the childhood sign up. It's very interesting. So, you guys just be aware of that, and know that could come, and know that a trigger could come true. And it's just, if you get stuck in one week, go to the next week, and then we can always go back to that week. Sometimes there is 1 week, because depending on exactly what we are working on that week, that some may get stuck. But the trick here is to, okay, you got that, you gave yourself space for that, let's go to next week. We come back there later.
Okay.
It sometimes happens on the week 3 too, because it's in a child.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, there's many things happening this week. Yeah, it's just my dialogue with myself. You know that. Oh, okay, I'm late. I don't need to. Yeah, but okay, I'm taking the time. It's
Yeah, and
was a
then
week like that.
where is that coming from? What does being late even means, in a sense of according to who that is late, right? It's like when we say I'm late, or according to who, there is no such a rule as what is late means, even, like, because we do these things with ourselves, like, we should have done this, or or comparing with others, or so, and that's that's the job of the mind and the ego, right? So this is an opportunity to breathe into that, and just acknowledge it and say, well, what is one thing that I can do today? Maybe one thing is do one one meditation, one journey, and that's it. And that's when your body needed to continue moving, and then that doesn't happen anymore. Tomorrow you're just back on the horse again.
Yeah, and I did run energy every day. I did something.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
I did the 7 minutes every day.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. And what did you notice by being regular on that?
It's something that I've been doing for many years.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something new. Mm-hmm. That is part of my daily,
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to go more deeper in the meditations.
Very nice.
I couldn't go this week.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah. Cool. I did different before, this kind of running energy, but now I'm focused on, the way we're doing the course. I experienced that, and I feel that's really powerful, more grounding.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because you're working with the daily, triggers that most of the time, take your mind away to what is really important. So by clearing, you're no longer letting the triggers, stop you or be on the way. Very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice.
And I forgot today that the classes today, my mind was for Wednesday.
Yeah, good thing I tagged.
And I thought, oh my God, okay. And I'm home right now. It's a good time, like, in between things here. But perfect. Yeah, my son is sick. I stayed home.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a cold. It's fine. It'll be fine.
We're here in Palm Springs, and my family left yesterday night, and I have one colleague here that she's going to help me to prepare for the retreat, so it's exciting. But I wanted to connect and support you guys. And so, very good. Thank you, Marcia. And does anyone has anything else, any questions? If nobody has questions, we're going to do a group journey. But I wanted to see. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you very much. Yeah, exciting. It's going to be good. I found this most amazing photographer, and he can do the photo shoot in the perfect timing, which is 4:30 p.m. here in Joshua Tree. I don't know if you guys know Joshua Tree Park, but it's this huge park that has, like, rocks and those typical trees. It's a powerful energy there, and it's Halloween, of course, the day, and so it's a little hard to find a photographer. But I found one of the best photographers here from Palm Springs, and like 4:30 is when you get that golden look in the picture. So very, very excited. Can't wait for the girls' pictures. So let's see. I don't see any more questions. Last question. Anyone? Great question. Nicholas has a question. Do you have any advice? Oh, great questions. Do you have any advice for protection protection from the energy cords to family members. With the Akashic records, you know, there is not. With the Akashic records, actually, you can go to your records and you can ask your Akashic records guides what is within you that is, you know, that is allowing other family members to cord on you, right? So, you know, I look at it as from the perspective of nobody can hurt you. They can, however, touch the hurt that is inside of you. So if inside of you there is a matching energy, you know, whatever it is that they say, you know, let's say that they are judging you for the work that you do, you know, for example, right? So turn that off. So let's say, you know, someone was like, I don't like the work that you do, or whatever, or they think the work that you do is not important, right? So unconsciously there is a matching energy for that, whatever that is, right? But it's like unconscious, and it can come from a past life, that can come from an agreement that you made, a contract that you made. You know what I mean? Let me know if that makes sense. So by understanding what is that hurt, which could be a feeling, you know, I don't belong, or a feeling, you know, or a belief created, right? So somehow they are matching that. So the first thing in your records is to learn what it is, right? And once you learn that, now these course, I don't teach energetic techniques because you confuse everybody. That's more Akashic records. But so I would not, you know, I teach how to connect to healing guides and cut, but that would be like way beyond here, and I don't want to confuse. But one simple way to remove cords, if you know, have not got training for that, is you know, closing your eyes and just calling in Archangel Michael and ask Archangel Michael to remove any cords and protect the space. But the most, you know, beyond that, you know, because you can go to a healer, the healer can remove the cords. However, if that feeling is still inside, no matter what you do, that is still, good morning. If that feeling is inside, no matter what you do, you know, someone's going to clear the cords are going to come, and the cords are going to come back in, right? So just be aware of that. So beyond that, you know, more important, it's going to your records and, you know, look into what is the hurt that that person is touching. You know, what is the trigger that they are touching that is creating this situation. Okay. Now, the other question about financial debt. We go into money and that is more advanced, and we'll go into that in the practitioner level. But what what you can do now, you know, in regards to that, is the most important thing, and write that down, like the most important thing to understand about that is that represents the thoughts, the actions, right, and the beliefs from the past, from behind, right? So today, you know, that everything is shifting, right? So you're looking at it at a different perspective. You're not the same person today that you were yesterday, right? So the first thing to do when you look at that is to, you know, look at not what it is as it defines you, but it defines the ideas, the thoughts, the emotions, and the beliefs from the past. From that perspective, today you can choose to have a different perspective, a different belief, and take different actions, right? So this is the first step regarding that. The second step is to, you know, shift from, you know, the perception, that the way that you're looking at the debt, right? For example, You know, let's say, let me give you an example. You know, and also look at money feng shui. If you have not done it, not sure if you joined and if you have not got access to money feng shui, let us know. Maybe there was not, you have not got into that. So if not, just send a message to Michael, the support team, and ask him to add you on the money feng shui if you guys are not in there. Not sure if they added everybody yet, because we are like letting everybody just focus on the soul purpose program. It's more important than start accessing all the bonus. Going to get everybody overwhelmed. But if you wanted to look into that, the first week of the money feng shui, there is an exercise to that, and there is a healing session for that. Okay. But the thing that I wanted to bring here is to not look at that or the person that you owe money or the institution that you owe money. Start shifting how you look at it, right? Because everything is going to start shifting. Because sometimes, you know, sometimes let's say you got like student loans, right? And when you look at that amount, you know, it gives you overwhelm, and like maybe, you know, why, you know, you ask yourself the questions of why I didn't do it this way or whatever, right? But when you shift to the gratitude for that, you know, that opportunity that came that allowed you to do that, you know, you start noticing that things start shifting. And the other thing is, you know, looking at that as a way to empower yourself, looking at that as, you know, okay, so I created these, you know, there's a polarity in everything. Like this that is coming is very powerful. So you see, you know, when you study polarity, you know, there is, you know, one negative and one positive, right? So if you look at that as a polarity energy, right? So if you look at, I'm going to just put out a number there, right? Let's say it's a $5,000 net, right? Or $30,000, I don't know, whatever that is, right? So well, let's say the number is 5,000. If I created 5,000 that, right? That means that the polarity of it, the 5,000 profit also exists, right? So if you look at the possibilities, like, wow, I created this. So I wonder, you know, what this opportunity is bringing me to create the polarity. So it's looking at it as, if I was able to create 30,000 that, I'm able to also create, you know, use that to, what can I offer, and what needs to shift in my way that show up in the world, so that can come in from a different revenue. Do you know what I understand? Let me know if that supports you, Nicholas, for the question that you asked. But the most important thing is look at that is the past. And look at that is like, it's not like, oh, I created a 5,000 that, and was like, yes, I created that, so I can create the opposite. And you take different actions, and you show up in a different way, you know. So if you have not found Money Feng Shui, Michael, and he's in the Facebook group, so either contact him in the Facebook group or send him a message, okay? And again, we're not adding everyone right away. We are waiting for you to ask us so that you're not overwhelmed. Mm-hmm. Any latte. I have a comment about the running energy. I was with friends, and on the drive, I was running energy. Afterwards, I recognized that I wasn't taking on their energies on the drive. So you mean like on the car drive? It is so freeing. Thank you. You're so welcome. I can also recognize now how much my friends were talking on other people's energy. Yes. And it's okay what they are choosing. I don't have to do anything about it unless they ask. Before I would try to help or think it's wrong. Now it's just okay. That's awesome. That's very good. Yeah, it's almost like when you're not running energy, and you know, you're not aware of your energy, wherever you go, you you're picking up everybody's stuff, you're picking up everybody's energy, right? So when you then when you start being aware of your energy, you start to clear your energy less and less, you are matching the energy of other people. It's the same thing that we are talking today. In a way, the question that Nick's about the chords, right? Here is the same thing, because you are, if you're clearing your energy, other stuff doesn't get. There was Caroline that mentioned that last week, right? If you're clearing your energy is clear, other stuff doesn't affect you as much, right? Very good. You're welcome. So let me know if you have more questions or if you're complete. If you're complete, we're going to do a group journey. We're going to do a group journey visualization, meditation, accessing your Akashic records. If you don't have questions, I don't have questions. So we'll go on to the next part. While I do that, I'm going to make sure to open the members area, the key to access, the key. So one quick question, just say yes or no in the chat. Did everybody did the first journey to the records? I'm gonna do a visualization now here.
Something just happened. I was trying to get the internet up.
All right. Oh, hold on a second. Do you want the internet access? You got. Oh, you got a welcome book. So everybody did it. Okay, perfect. Awesome. All right. So get your key to access the records, to go to the records. And I'm going to get it here too. It's on week 2. All right, key to go to the records. Okay, so we're gonna do gonna be a fun journey in this journey. So one thing that I don't think is in the members area, the journey that I'm talking about. So I want to make sure that it's something different, that you guys have not done it. Yeah. You did not do a journey with me that we go into the rec. No, it's probably on the YouTube that got deleted. Okay. The last time we did that live and it was very powerful, but that was when, I don't know if you guys know that my whole YouTube was deleted. And so we lost all the mentoring calls and everything, which is fine. We're doing them live now. But yeah, so I think this would be fun. If you were on past class, we probably did a similar journey. Okay, key to access the records. Now here, I'm going to put, for your convenience, I'm going to put this key here. I'll get my image out. I'm going to put this key here, share. And in the YouTube, I'm going to put the key 2. All right, so. All right. Everybody can see it? So let me know if you can see it. And so basically in this journey, we're gonna go to your records and we're not gonna ask any question. We're gonna receive the vibration from your records. Like if you did the first week, you know, I guide you to ask specific questions. And there's so many different ways to work with the records to receive information. So today we're gonna do a different version. Yeah, as you can see, perfect. Today we're gonna do a different version where you're just gonna connect, we're gonna tune into the vibration. We're going to go to the records and connect with a book with your name, and we're gonna receive the information in the book. Now, when I say you're going to receive the information in the book, you're gonna receive in the way that the book wants to speak with you. And not necessarily is going to be words. Not necessarily is going to be a sound. You could just receive a vibration. But here, we're going to tune into the intelligence of your body that is receiving exactly what it wants to receive. And just absorbing that energy and knowing that that vibration is going to be translated into actions, into embodiment, but you don't have to control it, right? So we're going to get a mind, especially for those of you that may be a little more cognitive, maybe a little more, the mind may be judging or creating confusion. This is just an experience. So it's not going to create that, why am I not seeing, why am I not hearing, why am I not receiving the way that I think I should receive, right? So we are surrounding all of that and we're just being present to what is. So with that, we're going to take a nice deep breath. Be 100% present in this moment. If there is anything calling attention outside of you, let's let that be part of the background. And let's turn our attention inside. Focus on your breath. Focus on the center of your spine. Focus on your first chakra and ground your first chakra to the center of the earth. Beautiful. Now let's call your higher self to the top of your head. Take a moment to smile and say hello to your higher self. Tuning in and receiving your higher self, love and vibration. Beautiful. Now we're going to ask your higher self to you're going to imagine bringing your aura about 1.5 feet around you. We're going to ask your higher self to throw a veil of roses around you. Feeling your center, centered and present. You're going to open your eyes and read the key of access together with your name on it. In honor of greater good, greater wisdom and free will, today I ask permission to visit my records, the records of. I bow in reverence to Mother Earth. I bow in reverence to the fire. I bow in reverence to the rain, and I bow in reverence to the wind. I know that as I let go of old beliefs, I create space to change what I see in my experience. I bow in reverence of the force of nature, to the universe and its possibilities, and to everyone who contributed to my story in my Akashic records. I bow in reverence to myself, honoring my bravery, honoring my choices, honoring my trajectories. I understand there are no wrong choices, just experiences, and these experiences are here to shape my beliefs and allow my growth. It is with unconditional love in my heart, my head in the present time, and a clear intention to be a messenger and an instrument of healing and growth, that I ask the guardian of my Akashic records to give me permission to enter my Akashic records. The records are now open, the records are now open, the records are now open. Closing your eyes. Once again, visualizing the veil of roses around you. You're going to give yourself permission to pass through. Imagine a door and pass through the veil of roses. And start noticing yourself in this transition space. Noticing what you notice. And now look at your Akashic records, notice where it is, and start going in the direction of your records. And give yourself space to pass through the guardian as he gives you permission to access your records. And enter your records and spend a few minutes just noticing what you notice here. And today, we are coming in with your records with the intention to connect with a particular book with your name on it that you're ready to receive, whatever that information is in that book. So we're calling in the essence of their book to present itself to you in a way that it wants to present to you. So it may be a feeling, maybe a vibration, maybe a sound, maybe an image. There is no right or wrong, that is. So I'm going to give you space to just connect with that energy. And now we're just going to connect with this energy. It may be for you, maybe you feel called to put your hands and tune in your hands with that vibration. You may feel like you need to touch the book if you're seeing visually. You may feel that you just wanted to stay with this energy if you're feeling the vibration. Whatever it is, we're going to set the intention to receive with the intelligence of our body all the wisdom that is here that you're now ready to receive. So we're going to be silent throughout this transmission. Beautiful. Thanking all the wisdom shared from within your book to you, knowing that the intelligence of your body is going to take this from this journey and is going to find the way to translate to you in forms of ideas, instinct, action. And all you need to do is to tune into that trust, the power that lies in trust. To know that you receive it exactly what you're ready to receive today. I'm going to thank the book for all wisdom shared. Thank your records for holding the space for you today. And when you're ready, you're going to leave the records, passing through the guardian. Take your time to make your way back, passing through the veil of roses and back into your body. Then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. All right. So let me get in here. Back to Zoom. All right. So this was a short experience where you know, to bring it to you that you don't have to ask questions all the time. Just by being on the energy of your records, this space of all wisdom and learnings and lessons and skills that you acquired, when you go in, you can connect. So when you go in, you can do this journey and connect it to what you need at that moment. Because if we think that you need something with your mind, you're going to be looking for the wrong thing. So this journey that we just did is going to be a powerful journey, especially for those of you that are very mind, think the mind has to, you get that out and just, I'm going to go and receive what I need today, right? So I wanted to open up for you to share, what did you receive? I'll share what I received. So when I went in the records, I felt that I was receiving a lot of wisdom through my hands, right? And I got a message about the retreat, right? And the message was like, just get out of the way and trust your hands. So it was a great support for what I'm here to do, right? So many times, I have an agenda. There are things that we need to do in the retreat in order to prepare the participants for the photo shoot embodiment of, bringing the magnetic soul brand and attracting, without trying to take action to attract, right? So, there are things that I know needs to be done in place, but also I learned so many times that when I get out of the way and I just, allow my hands to be a channel of healing for my healing guides, it just, everything goes exactly as it needs for the participants. So for me, that's what I got. And I felt like I got a lot of upgrades on my hands, like healing upgrades and downloads. So it's very interesting. And I heard, trust your hands. So what did you guys got it? Want to share?
Yes, I can share.
Hi, Marcia.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. When I entered at the records, I saw the book.
Mm-hmm.
I was writing the book, Book of Life.
Mm-hmm.
And I opened, somehow the book opened, or I opened the book. I don't remember exactly, but of light from that book. And inside that book, I don't remember exactly what you asked for to see what there's something there. And I saw was like a diamond or a crystal, huge crystal, a diamond, and a lot of energy came, like a very strong light.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me to like an old life, and I asked, somehow I asked where I am.
Mm-hmm.
It was it was a Lemurian.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I saw myself as a kind of priestess, or with the different clothing or different, I don't know how to explain. It's more energy. Also, the place was a different kind of, how to say, paisagem.
Background, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of something with energy colors. There is mountains, huge mountains,
Mm-hmm.
and crystals, amethyst. I don't know. I saw the mountains. All the mountains are made from crystals. They are not really mountains like we see here. It's like the pure crystals or stones. And somehow show me other kind of lifetimes, or I don't know. It looks more like Egypt, or some other place similar. I was with another kind of dresses, or looks like more Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what else? After that, the stone, everything became fire. It transformed in a huge fire.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt on my body, like when you said, oh, just get the energy to your body, to feel your body. And I felt a strong energy in all my body. But when I opened the book, the stronger energy was more in my face, in the higher,
Mm-hmm.
on my head, face up. And this was more the entire body, like a very strong energy.
Very cool.
Energizing.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, thank you.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Yeah, isn't that fun? Like when we go without an agenda, we just go, I'm going to receive. And it's like that thing, like when you ask for what you want, when you think you wanted to ask specific questions in the records, you're narrowing your focus, and it's good, but it's also good to have this other experience that you go without an agenda and you receive what you need at that moment, right? So this is a journey that we just did that you guys can just come back to this part. It was about 7:30. It was like about you just following the video when the kids show up, and do the journey again, right? This is a journey that you guys can do, and every time you do, you're getting a different upgrade. So it's going to be very powerful. Cool. Thank you, Marcia. Benita said, great not to worry whether I'm asking the right question. Yes, right? And again, and that's why I have the program in like different ways, different things to ask, because every person is different. And every person will receive information in a different way. But so the more important is not think that you have to be good at all you have to get in the way that you think you wanted to get, in all the ways that we're going to access the records. That is going to be a way for you. And that's, one of the things that I want to bring here. Benita said, great not to worry whether I'm asking the right question. Got a huge energy flow through the core of my body. Thank you. Awesome, Benita. Very cool. And Carolina also said, felt heat in both my hands. Beautiful. Very cool. Yeah. Fun. Anyone else has anything else that you wanted to share, or any questions? So coming up, if there's no more question, I'm gonna fall into what's coming up next week. So next week we are coming for inner child. So we meet on Wednesday. So you have over a week to go through week 2 and week 3. So again, don't make yourself be whatever, right? Just what is one thing I can do today? If you get every day, if you get a little bit, today I'm going to do one journey. Today I'm going to listen to the video for the next model that I didn't saw, right? So I want to encourage everyone to, between today and next Wednesday, we have 10 days, do week 2 and start going through week 3, right? Week 3 starts next Wednesday. Now, it's very important that for those of you that are here, if you want to, you know, as you know, I don't know, you probably don't know. If this is the first time, you don't know. When we get to week 3, I do a challenge with you, right? So there's a challenge that you may win a prize. So if you do that 7 days. So I'm just going to say that now, and we're going to see that in the training. So try to be on week 3 next week, so that every day of next week for 7 days, we're going to do a challenge. And then you can play and participate in the challenge, and then there will be prizes. So it's going to be fun. So and that's week 3, inner child. Notice, you know, the situations that are going to show up. And one important thing, last Thursday, listen to like last Thursday Akasha Clearing, because we got up and between last Thursday and this Thursday, we are working on the energy of the monkey. And it's, you know, and the message that the monkey brings is like, you know, take things lighter, right? Don't take things so seriously, like, which means like, don't let little pebbles in your road to stop you, right? I'll share something that happened here. Like, so I was here in the weekend. My husband just left yesterday, but when we got here, we learned that our boiler broke, so there is no hot water whatsoever, right? And I'm like, and then I was like, oh, no hot water. I have, you know, 6 people coming and staying in my house. And you know, long story short, today someone is going to fix the boiler. We got to buy a whole new, you know, unit and all that stuff. But, you know, this is, you know, a big, huge block pebble in the road, right? We got all this plan. And then I, you know, remember, like, well, let's just take this, you know, let's just go with the flow. And then looking at this at, you know, what is the blessing in that, which is a great blessing. It was very expensive, but imagine if we are renting the house, there's people that we don't know here in the house, and it breaks in the middle, and then we, you know, it will be a huge problem for gases and stuff, right? So there's always a blessing. And so we learn about the problem, we took care of it, and, you know, it's going to be, everything is going to be perfect and right in place. The house is going to be okay for the guests when they arrive tomorrow. So that's the energy that this week brings. Like, you know, even if there is challenge that show up, you know, just take it easy. Like, you know, don't take it so seriously, because there is always a blessing behind, even if the situation, it comes as something that, you know, like, So anyways, that's what I wanted to leave you. If you have not got the Akashic Clearing, go into the membership for that and receive last week. This week, we have no more sessions at all. There is no live Akashic Clearings. I'm going to pre-record, and then Thursday, you guys are going to receive the new healing, those of you that are on the Akashic Clearing membership. So it's going to be pre-recorded this week, and then next week, we're back to normal schedule. All right, guys, I don't see any more questions, so I'm going to close. I got to organize some stuff here before the cleaner arrives, and wishing you an amazing week. Reach out if you need help. If you need any tech support, please ask directly to Michael. He's the one who take care of those things. So I love you. You're so welcome. And have an amazing week. I'll see you guys soon. Mwah. Bye-bye.